Okay. Okay, so this is it. Let me do that. This is the question says y equals to c plus I plus g plus x minus m, right? So if we decode this, let's break everything down, right? It means here becomes y equals to what we have is c. Remember what they say c was 0.33y minus t plus r. So here becomes 0.33 from what we have there, right? Y minus t plus r. So remember that we are still looking for y, so put in bracket y minus, what do we have, t. Let's put it here to show that this is just for c first. Y minus t plus r, right? Close in bracket, plus they say I is 100, they said g is 100, which was in the formula 100, sorry. They say x is, what's x? They say x is 250, right? Let's put this to illustrate that this is I, this is g, but you can still leave it if you understand. X is 250, and plus m is 50 plus 0.5 y. So if we continue, y becomes, remember from the formula we're about to break it down, because now this is saying this times each of these. So 0.33 times y is 0.33y minus this times minus t. So it's just minus t already has its value. Remember 0.25y plus 50. So 0.2y, sorry. 0.2y minus 50. I mean, that was what the formula said. 0.2y minus what, 50, yes. So then they said what plus arrow they gave us was 100, right? So which means 0.33 will also multiply 100. So 0.33 times 100 is 33. Yes, it's 33. I remember very well. It's 33. So this is that first part. We decompose it. So plus 100 still, plus 100, plus 250, still plus 50 plus 0.5y. Then we come further to still decompose. Okay, we'll bring this one out. Here will become y equals to 0.33. Minus times this is minus it because it's invisible plus, right? So here becomes minus 0.2y. Then minus times minus is plus. So here becomes plus 50 plus 30. Okay, sorry. There's already a 0.33 outside. Oh yeah, there was already a 0.33 outside. So this is 16.5. Sorry, I almost forgot that. This is 16.5. So plus 33 plus 100. Right? This thing can even go away now. Plus 100. This is the I 100. This is the G 100. Remember all these ones already. Y, which we had this formula. Plus 250, which was what? The X. Plus the M, which is 50. Plus 0.5y. Now, if you notice, we have the normal numbers and we have the ones with y. So we collect like terms where y comes. So y is the same thing as saying 1y. So if we come here and say, because each letter, if you see it alone, there's 1. If not, there's usually a number in front of it. So y, anything with y is going to meet the equals to, and plus becomes minus when it cross. Minus becomes plus when it cross. So this one, 0.33y has y. If it cross, it becomes minus because invisible plus. Any number you're not saying with any of them, minus or plus, is an invisible plus, it's still plus. So plus come here become minus 0.33y. Minus comes here. This is minus. It come here become plus. So plus 0.2y. You come to this place. The last y is 0.5. So if you come here become minus. So minus 0.5y. All of them will be equals to. Now if we check the other normal numbers we have is 16.5 plus 33 plus 100 plus 100, right? Plus 250 plus 50. So if we do this, let me stop the first one here. Mistake somewhere. Yes, I said y, it means 0.33 times y, t and r. So the 0.33 of times y, that is here, but I forgot that it's supposed to times here. So let me put it here, which is 0.33, which is how we even got this 16.5, because it times this place, right? It times here to get the 16.5. It times this okay, sorry, times this one to get 16.5, but I forgot to times it here. So 0.33 times this is actually 0.066, right? Because at the end of the day, 0.33 will times the 0.2 and will times the y. So the 0.33 times this one is what to have minus 0.66y. So this is actually 0.066. Yeah, this is 0.066y minus 0.5. So that is the correct part of it, because if 0.33 times in this 3, it means 0.33 times y is this, 0.33 times the t, which was this 2, so it will times this and it will times this. If it times this is 0.066, if it times this is 16.5. The 0.33 will times arrow, right, which was 100, right, which was 100, this 100. So if we times it, you can see on that mistake, it was actually 300, right, 3. Okay, 300. Okay, this was, yes, then IG, this was actually 300, because arrow was 100, right? So 3 times 100 is actually 300 here. So here's 300, and here's 300 actually. So I just try to keep up. I've done the major corrections. Normally, y was supposed to times, remember, and 3.33 was supposed to times all this 3 in this first part. You notice this is where it stops, so which means every other number that is not 0.33 was supposed to times, right? And that first y, which was this, it times it. Because y is it we're looking for, the t times it, which was this 2. It times this one, I got 0.066. It times this one, I got 16.5. That is 0.33. And we come here and it times, what do we had here in that arrow? This arrow was 100. But 0.33 times it to get 33. So that's how that's the only correction. So if we add all of this together, the y side will get 0.236. If we add this other part, I think we'll get 549.5. Do your calculations, but I'm just showing you the step anyway. 549.5. So we want to get only y. What do we do? Divide both of them by 0.236. 0.236. If we divide them, we would get what our y is. So y will be equals to the amount we get. In this case, y will be equals to this is the last one. Okay, so well, in the y aspect, when we do the division, we'll get when we divide this by this, I might be wrong because I'm rushing, but this is 2, 3, 2, 8, so we're confirming. But if you know the steps, it's the steps that are important, right? This is it. Now this is y. So the second part say find consumption, right? But we know from what they say in our consumption, they say it's equals to y minus t plus arrow. And our y now, we have our digits, which is 2328.39. But we still need the what? They say t is the same thing as 0.2y minus 5. So 0.2, what is our y now? Our y is 2328.39. Because a number and a letter come together, remember it's what multiplication. So if we put the real number, 0.2 come together with y, 0.2y. But if you, let's say 2 and y together is 2y. But if y becomes 5, you cannot put 2, 5. It's wrong. You cannot say 25. You have to do 2 times 5 because that was 2 times y. So that since our letter is by joining together, but numbers actually have values when you times them. So if we do this place, here becomes, let's say minus 50, right? 0.2y minus 50. Minus 50 plus what? 100, right? Y minus t plus r. So if you do 2328.39 minus, now what we have here will be 465.678 minus 50, right? This will become, plus 100. What we have here become 2328.39. This one, if we minus this one, this is minus. If we minus this, we'll get 415.678 plus 100, right? So obviously minus times this is minus, so we're bringing it out. So here becomes 2328.39, right? Minus 415.678 plus 100, which means here will become 1912712. That is this one plus 100. The same thing as saying 2012.712. You can say approximate it to 2 decimal place or leave it like this, anyhow you want. Then the tax now. Remember, tax say what? Just ym. Tax is 0.25, right? So 0.2y minus 50. That's what tax is, right? But remember, I've already solved for it here. This was 0.25 minus 50 here. And this was what we got, right? So even if we still do 0.2y, this is y minus 50, we'll still get this. And we'll still get this. So which means just go straight and put what? 415.678. Then export. The formula for export, right? Sorry, the next one say import, right? Import is M. The formula for tax is the C. The formula for import. So that formula C+I+G plus X plus M, right? It means this is just consumption, income, government, export and import. Then these two minus each other is net export, whether it's positive or negative, which means export is supposed to be more than import, right? is defined by that export. So export means we are the one selling, gaining profit. Incoming, they are the one selling to us, we are losing money. So export is 50 plus 5y. They give us that formula, right? Plus 0.5y. So which means this becomes 50 plus 0.5 times 28.39, which means this becomes 50 plus 1161, might be wrong again, 195, which means this become 1214.195. And finally, in our last part of the calculation, is we are looking for the first mistake I did. The last part, we are looking for net export, right? Net export. So if I've gotten import and formula say export minus import, it means what we do mean 250 minus the answer we get, which is 1214.195. If we do that, we'll get minus 964.195. Now, this mean in case they still ask whether it's deficit or surplus. Surplus means we're having much safe. Deficit means we're having less. That minus means we're having less. So this is what deficit. They are importing more than they're exporting. So it's negative. So this is it. I guess the other one will be later. I'm teaching someone right now.